2 of Season 7 of Torpedo League. We are here in Spain for the Spanish Grand Prix for what should hopefully be an exciting qualifying. My name's Kai Arbor, one of the commentators, and I'm joined by the main commentator, Clint, once again. Once again, the usual duo. The usual duo, it's us two commentating over drivers trying to win a race. And this time we're in Spain. And if you missed, and if you missed last week, then it was a crazy race with Ferrari's Juan Hernandez winning, who's currently in the pits right now, as Jake Marsh is facing the wrong way at turn 3. Which is not what you want to do. Anyway, back to what I was saying earlier. If you missed last week, then there's a Juan Hernandez, the Spaniard in Ferrari, who won the opening race, and he's currently leading the championship. And he's his home race, so he'll be looking to go for 2 for 2, pretty much. But it wasn't easy. You know, Lewis showed great pace. He's currently in P3 right now in the Alfa Romeo. His teammate Teo got P2 as well, so. It wasn't an easy victory. It wasn't an easy victory by any stretch of the imagination, but I'm sure he'd be delighted to start the season off with a win anyway. As we head into Spain, the first of the European tracks on the calendar, a very difficult track to drive. A lot of the drivers seem to have been struggling with it. As we have Fares currently on a lap now, two cars getting out of his way. Made that 3 cars soon to be getting out of his way. Skills Varys' teammate already into the 116s. The Alpines looked very strong in qualifying last week. They actually got a 1-2, so hopefully for their sake they'll be able to replicate that, because in the race they weren't really. I mean, they're both unlucky. Let's just say they're both very unlucky in the race.
Robin's just gone second place, 117, 437. 435, sorry.
Indeed. There's onboarded Fares right now. It's going to be this final sector. Yeah, him. Both Alpines are unlucky last week in the race. Caught them in various incidents of the qualifying 1-2, and then finished on the podium. So they'll be looking to sort of actually get on the podium this time and convert their qualifying pace into an actual race winner's. Fares goes to the top, beating his teammate by a tenth of a second. It is a 1:16.8. So obviously expect the times to tumble as we go through this, as we progress. Actually, you couldn't get the word out of my mouth there. As we progress through the qualifying session, yes.
Brain fart.
Yeah, I did have a brain fart. Yes.
Anyway,
that's Shane up into P4, so it's a Red Bull 3-4.
I'm gonna stuff my face with jelly beans. Stuff my
Yes. All right.
I'll call the action as I see it.
Is there any more driver on a lap? A competitive lap now? Is Jackson on the lap? No, he's not. Looks like. I don't know.
Goes fired up on a lap.
Indeed.
He's got enough to Martin behind him, so.
Oh, and he's into the gravel, so that's not what you want to do on your lap, is it?
No, I believe that was Chloe on a fast lap. Goes fired up, trying to get out of the way.
Oh, he nearly loses it there, even though he's not really on sort of on a push lap. So he comes across the line. It's going to be P11. It is on 1:18.597.
Not bad lap.
She has an AlphaTauri off, I presume Charlie, coming out the pits there. No, it wasn't. It was Adam. I was wrong. What a shame.
No,
yeah. Well, I call him Adam.
I know.
His name is. I mean, we have two Adams here, so maybe I have to call him Dammers just for sake of variety, I suppose. But yeah, 10 minutes to go the session already. Theodore Marinov on is going to start a lap, so we'll go on board with the Alfa Romeo man. Got P2 last week. Kept it clean and really kept out of trouble for the most part.
Oh, and that is Bunny's round. Reset the track.
So let's see Theodore go through turn 1. Hits a curb on the inside. Well, hits a curb on the right and then the left. turn 6, he doesn't go flat out. A lot of drivers have been reporting struggling to go flat out at that corner.
Yeah.
Well, it looks like a clean lap so far. Turbo to sector 1, allegedly, I'm not sure. But so far, it looks like a clean lap. He's got a bit of traffic ahead of him, but the traffic very nicely gets out of the way and doesn't impede him at all. Now going through this sort of left-right-hander. It's quite. I mean, it's easy to lose the rear end there if you take too much speed. But again, Teo manages it very well. Now this right-hander, did he take it flat out? No, he doesn't. He lifts off quite a bit actually, which is surprising to me. I thought he wouldn't. I didn't expect him to lift off that much as he now was at Ferrari there, trying to gain as much slipstream as he possibly can. Now through this reprofiled left-hander. I should know the turn numbers, but I don't. So I apologise. Now for the right-hander, looks like a tight lap so far. No mistakes really. Make sure not to hit the sausage curbs or the yellow ones that you see. Doesn't hit the yellow one. He doesn't hit the yellow one again, and it's a good exit. It hits a corner very well, and it's a very good exit.
Got on the power early.
He does get on the power early.
And he goes P8. 117.943.
Slotting himself between two Irish drivers there, does Teo. So yeah. Why?
What? Ha! What did I do?
Nothing. Oh, that's Thomas going for a spin. I go on board with him and he spins. I didn't say anything, so I mean, commentator's curse. But I want to board with him, so maybe that's a bit of commentator's curse. I don't know. Let's go on board with Charlie. Why not? The man in P7. There's ever went to P5, by the way. I completely missed that. That's poor from me. If Charlie goes to tunnel, oh, the sausage curve's a little bit on the inside there. Well, he's still navigating the track. He's still on track. Is he going to improve his first at a time? He's a 10th down at the moment. But I'm sure there's still more time to find. In the middle sector, when he's gone off the track completely and he's wiped out the 150-meter brake marker board for good measure. And that's probably going to be a throwaway lap, in my opinion. Let's see who's on the line. We'll go on board with Shane. We'll go on board with Shane, the Dutchman in the Red Bull. Oh, taking a very wide line there. But he's up on his time by 10th. So far so good. If he can keep on track, this has potential to be a good lap. And he's keeping on track so far. Through this left-hander. It's like that's downhill, isn't it? So it's very tricky corner. Very tricky corner to take. That's Jake. 117.6. He's up into P7. Shane, so far so good. No crashes. He's still on the track. Go through this left-hander. Not flat out either. So clearly, I do not know how some of these corners work. And he's
round 10. What round 10? Fucking turn 10. He's just gone round.
Yep. Indeed.
Turn 13.
Looks like it'll be.
Lock up on the front brakes there.
But he does get the car stopped, which is the important thing. It does look like it'll be an improvement. How many positions he'll move up, though, is a different question, if any. He does move up positions. He's having to be 4 ahead of his teammate. So 117.1. So not a bad lap there from Shane. Not a bad lap at all in the Red Bull. Red Bull looking decent in qualifying so far. Anyone else on a lap? Let's see. Jackson is. He's not got much ERS, so.
He's running out of fuel as well, so I think he's going to be boxing.
Yeah, he's not on the lap. He's just fired up. He's not on the lap. Chloe's on the lap. We'll go on board with Chloe in the Aston Martin. Really, probably my least favourite car to drive in this game. Just so wide. I don't know. I'm not a fan of it. Nah, but the onboard is like, I don't know. I'm just not. Maybe because my onboards are rubbish. I don't know, but I just don't like. I don't know. It feels a lot more chunkier than the rest.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, it's probably because of obviously the Aston Martin actually has side pods where the.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. She comes to the final couple corners. I hate these corners so much. It's very difficult to get it right, but Chloe does get it right. We're going to come around the final corner, open up the DRS. Is it going to be an improvement? It probably is. And is an improvement by 1 position. She was only 5/10. Oh, skills virus a 116.666. 666 to a very interesting number there. He goes up above his teammate. Again, Alpine, it's an Alpine 1-2. They look strong in qualifying. They look very strong in qualifying. His Fez going to come across the line. Is he going to be his teammate? Oh, he doesn't be his teammate. He does improve his time though.
Yeah, he does sort of by 10th.
So Alpine just seem to the Alpine guys look really strong in qualifying. They just need to have a clean race and they can deliver really.
Run out of fuel. He's coming back to the pits.
Indeed, Chloe's not on a lap. Oh, Adrian in the Haas. He's on a lap. Yes, he's on a lap. He's currently 18.4 seconds off for this personal best. That's a great improvement right there, I must say.
I mean, he has done a 141.0. So.
That is very true, but we can just ignore that. Yeah. That's a minor detail.
He's done a 112.2.
Yes.
Up 18 seconds.
Yes. Anyway, yellow flag coming up, now going to green flag. Oh, he's going to run wide onto the gravel. He's going to keep his foot in it though. And he's got a slow moving car ahead of him. Hopefully that car gets out of the way. Yes, they do. It's an Alpine.
Takes a really wide line into turn 10.
He does. Well, I'm not sure of the perfect... I don't know the perfect line to take through that corner. It's quite... Oh, it touches a bit of the sausage curve there. Oh, he's losing... Oh, he's going a bit too deep on that corner, and he spun for good measure. With 4 minutes to go left in the session, he enters into the pits. So it looks like we're really gonna... As Forever Sin, we may as well go on board with him. He's on a lap right now.
Forever Sin put himself. He comes
in P15, I guess. P17, I was wrong. I wasn't even looking at the time. Of course, Forever Sin, one half of the Season 5 Constructors Champions, although you wouldn't believe it if you looked at that time. That's not a dig at any, by the way. Yeah, it's not easy to drive a car. I'm rubbish at driving. I'm rubbish at this game, so it's not a dig. It ain't easy. It ain't easy. You have 3 minutes, just over 3 minutes to go. Go back on board with Lewis in the Alfa Romeo, currently in P3. And my favourite for the race win. I shouldn't have said that because that's guaranteed he's going to have a bad race now. Now that I've said that, I probably have ruined his chances. Anyway, he's slightly up on his time. He's slightly up on his time. That's not enough to actually make it to the front row, but there's still 2 more sectors to go.
At least 5/10.
I mean, maybe he could. I'm not sure. I've got no idea.
We'll soon find out because he's coming across. He's coming up to the sector 2 time now, so we'll see.
He is through the right-hander. Does he get flat out? No, he doesn't. He lifts off slightly, but for the most part, it looks like he took that really well. Oh, he's 3 tenths up on his time. So if you can find 2 more tenths in the final, if you can find about 2.5 more tenths in this final sector, this could be enough to put him on pole position. Of course, the Alpine team is separated by half a tenth, so can Lewis really spoil this party? We'll soon find out. It looks like he ran in a bit too deep there. I'm not too sure. The camera angle was deceiving. He had a perfect line. That's fair enough. He crosses the line. It's a 1:16.5, and he puts himself on provisional pole position. That's a statement lap right there from Lewis. That is definitely a statement lap.
Are on circuit.
The Alpines are on circuit. We'll go on board with Shane in the Red Bull. He's currently in P4. What can he do? Is the real question.
He's coming around turn 3 now.
He's coming around turn 3, taking a tighter line, and that's Robin, his teammate, going up into P4.
Nice.
So the Red Bull's looking like a strong qualifying team as well, as that's someone just crossed the line. I don't know, someone just crossed the line, maybe being silly. Anyway.
Goes fine up, cross the line.
Okay, Shane, he doesn't invalidate, takes that corner very, very nicely. Opening up the DRS on this back straight. And he's 1.5 tenths up, so that'll be enough to get him back ahead of Jake and maybe ahead of his teammate as well, but it's not enough to probably challenge the front 3 as things stand. But you know what, there's still a lot can happen in this final sector. There's a minute to go left in the session. What can Shane do? He's got a Mercedes in front of him that probably shouldn't get in his way. There's a Mercedes of, I think, Thomas. Shane's going to come around the final corner now. He's going to open the DRS. He's going to cross the line. Well, this put him... Oh, only P5 behind his teammate Robin. Oh, so in the Battle of the Duchies, Robin seems to have come out on top.
It's half a tenth up.
Because that is Evan going up into P7. Very good lap there from Evan in the Aston Martin. Indeed, Fez up on his time. As you've seen up on his time, they're both up on their times, the Alpines. But it looks like
By half a tenth at the moment.
the sector 2 is going to be crucial. I mean, the sector 3 is going to be even more crucial, but this sector 2 is crucial. Is Fez up on his time? Yes, he is. 1.5 tenths.
1.5, yeah.
Fez up by 1.5 tenths. Skillsvar's coming through. This right-hander does go take a lot of curb on the inside, but it seems to work for him. Skillsvar's, how is he up on his time? Oh, he's up on his time. It's only marginal though. It's only a marginal improvement. Fez has come round the final corner. Is he going to get pole position for the second week in a row? Yes, he does. It's a 1:16.5. That's a very small margin.
His teammate though.
Is that Mimula 1 up into P6 with a 17.0? Good qualifying that there from Brendan as Skillsvar's pulls out at the last second, so he's not gonna take pole position. Shane is not on a lap, and Charlie's on a lap. Charlie's on a lap. Is he up on his time? Oh, he's not going to be up on his time. Oh, he is up on his time. That's my bad. Even though he's got no ER. Oh, and he's spun it. Maybe the car ahead of him was a distraction. I don't know, but he spun it. He's going to start in P12. Not a great qualifying for AlphaTauri. Both cars out of the top 10. So that was a good qualifying, actually. Fez on pole position for a second week in a row. Although this time the margin is definitely small. That's a very small margin.
Lewis is going to line up in second position, right alongside him. So it's going to be a battle of the reactions, I think.
Exactly. Interesting to see what tyres they go on as well.
Very. It's going to be a medium hard, I reckon.
Yeah, I think so as well, but obviously there'll be some drivers who start on the hards. See, I would prefer to start on the hards because I'd like to have the mediums when there's less fuel in the car. I don't know, that's probably just me. Anyway, Fairs in P1. Second week in a row, but Lewis is just behind him. I mean, that guy, you can see the gap there, so it's a very, very small gap. 14 one-thousandths of a second there. Skillsvar's in P3, so really the front three kind of in a world of their own a little bit. Then you have the two Red Bulls in P4 and P5. I think they'll be very happy with that one. Then you have Mimula 1 in P6. Good qualifying there for Brendan. That's a very good qualifying. Jake Marsh in P7. Evan in P8. Last week's race winner Juan in P9. Thomas in P10. Adam in P11. Charlie in P12. Jackson P13. Teo in P14. Chloe P15. Dammers P16. Scott in P17. And Adrian in P18. So interestingly, Jackson and Teo both finished on the podium last week. Didn't qualify in the top 10 today.
No.
Very surprising.
Well, we should have to wait and see what the race holds.
We will have to wait and see. Hopefully, not too many safety cars.
Session.
It is a dry session.
I don't think the formation app is on.
That should be on.
I don't think it is because. Oh no, it should be actually. It should be. Because I don't think I saved it last week. No, I didn't. No, I didn't. So the formation lap is on.
Yeah. Right, that's good. As we now wait for the drivers to choose their starting tyres for the race. Ooh. Expecting a few hard runners. Nope.
Formation lap, here we go.
Oh, a few soft runners. One, both Ferraris and Scott on the soft tyres. That's a brave call. That's already already I noticed that straight away. A few soft runners. So we have a variety of strategy. Fares on the mediums as well. One of only few drivers that go on the mediums as well, which is interesting. A lot of the drivers opting for the hard tyre. Get that out of the way first, and then on a
for a long stint.
yes. Again, it's also down to how long. I don't know how long the mediums can run, but
Depending on how the training is, the mediums are probably going to go around about
12, 13, maybe 14 laps. Parts probably around about 16 to 18. I guess.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Interesting.
Softs are definitely. You're going to see pit stops around about that.
Softs are very interesting.
Yeah, softs are going to go up around about lap 6 or 7. They're not very.
It's not a durable tyre, no. But I'm guessing Juan and Jackson and Scott have decided that they just want to get probably places from the start. Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe hope for a safety car as well. I'm not sure. They could be trying a 2-stop. If there's no safety car, they could be trying a 2-stop. As you have the pit stop strategy, there's a 1-stop and a 2-stop. Predict the pit stop strategy, lap 14. So the medians can do as many as 19 laps according to the graphic you would have just seen on the screen. So it's interesting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 drivers on the mediums. Compared to 7 drivers on the medium, 3 on the soft, and then you have 8. So you have very much a wide variety of tyre choice. So it's going to be interesting as the drivers are now going to line up on the grid. Tyres are now warmed up, hopefully. Well, hopefully for them anyway.
Now, of course, they're going to line themselves up.
And of course, the advantage for the soft runners are the medium runners.
Skills Virus spinning.
Oh, he's going to go on to get that gravel off his rears very, very quickly. That's not going to help him at the start. He's already on the hards too. It looks like the gravel is clearing. Again, pit stop strategy is one of the...
There is Robin doing
no, Shane. It's Shane.
Oh,
Shane doing a 360. And Shane did not park the car properly. Anyway, I'll let you call the start because you're better than I am. Even the McLaren behind Shane didn't call the start properly. Didn't park properly.
Alright. Right on board with Mr. Skills Virus for the start.
Ooh, interesting.
That's just so I've got a good clear view of the front too. That's why. As we wait.
We're waiting. For something.
I'm waiting.
What's broken? Who broke? I don't know what's broken.
I don't know. I mean, everyone's in their grid slot.
Hmm.
Yeah, everyone's in the grid slot. Oh boy. There's no timer, there's no thingy on the side. Yeah, lobby's broke. Joy. Restart?
Yeah.
Okie dokie. Leaving.
Oh no, man. So as soon as you left, the lights have come on.
Right, well, send me an invite.
I don't even know. I'm gonna try and call. I don't know who's left, but okay. I'm gonna have to call the start. Looks like a good start for Fairs. It is a good start for Fairs. And Evans retired from. I'm so confused.
Yeah, no.
You know what? I am not gonna. Yeah, that's just always. Yeah, always start. Although yeah, I'm gonna have to restart that. Whoops. Okay.
Big whoopsie.
That is a big whoopsie.
Okay, we have good internet wise.
Lovely. All right. I apologize, everyone, for this game being incompetent. Yeah. Very, very unfortunate. So if anyone has anything to say in the meantime in the comments, feel free. I'll answer some of your questions. I'll laugh at some of your jokes if I have to. Oh, I've realised the music's playing. Nice. I can. Right, I can't wait to get for this to get copyrighted later because I left the soundtrack on. No, no, this isn't supposed to happen. How'd I turned it off? I've forgotten. EA music, that's it. No, theme. There we go. Okay, nothing happened. They didn't hear it. They didn't hear anything.
Right, reconstruct. Qualifying off.
Oh, cheese pressed on that joke. My God. Wow. Alright, sorry for the delay, everyone. That's a nice joke, Preston. I like that one. But yeah, sorry for the delay.
Right, I'm sending you an invite now. Invite sent.
Thank you.
When everyone gets in.
Okay, alright. Oh God. Right. Time to invite as many people as quick as I possibly can. Okay. Okay. Bear with us, everyone. Do apologize for this brief break in action. Just trying to get as many people in as I possibly can. Turn it off. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll do it in a sec. Just put a reminder in the chat not to forget the setups. Just waiting on 2 more.
Alright.
There's 1, and we're just waiting on. Who are we waiting on?
No one. Who's readying up? They're ready up. Okay, it's 19. Is it 19?
Yeah, no, that's it. No, you've not clicked spectate, mate.
Oh, I'm stupid. There we go.
Right, give me the grid order.
Alright, there's affairs in P1.
Oh, shit, hold on, right. Yep, Lewis is second.
Oh yeah, and then the skills virus in P3. And you have, yep.
Yep.
And you have Robin in P4.
Yep.
Shane in P5.
Yep.
Mimula 1 in P6.
Yep.
And then Jake in P7.
Yep.
Evan in P8.
Yep.
Her 16 Rod in P9. The fraud himself. Even though I love him very much.
Yep.
And why was Pips in P10?
Yep.
Ghostfire up in P11.
Yeah.
Charlie in P12.
Yeah.
And Jackson P13.
Yeah.
Teo in P14.
Yeah.
Then Chloe in P15.
Yeah.
And then Dama's P16.
That's for everything then, bunnies.
Yeah.
Right. Grid is set. We turn the formation lap off. Where is it? Where would it be under? What's it under? Where's it from? Ah, there we are. There it is. Right, there it is. Right, we're good to go.
We're good to go?
Yeah, good to go.
Okay, alright, sorry.
That's fine, bro.
Okay, everyone can ready up, I suppose.
Oh, no, wait.
Wait, oh, we're waiting. It's a good thing I didn't deliver to ready up then. Oh, in Spain, yeah. You forgot to put it to Spain. There we go.
Shut up, leave me alone.
No, I didn't even know this either. It's only Robin told me. This.
My old brain.
Whoever's watching, this is the professionalism.
Yeah.
This is the professionalism that we have here. Anyway, we can ready up now.
I think that's what they were waiting on.
Mhm.
Sorry, lads. You know, old fogey and all that. Brain's got the shine. Excuse my French. Had to get that one. Sorry.
All right. I do hope the weather is dry, by the way.
Ah, yeah, that's yeah.
If it's wet, I think they're just gonna kill us, and we're gonna have to restart again.
Well, they won't kill me because I'm not there. They'll
You
kill
set
you,
the
though.
You set the lobby up. It's your fault.
That's fine. I'll take the blame for it. You know.
That's fine. If you both take the listen, I didn't even notice it was a bar raid. So. Oh, it can't rain in Spain. It's Spain. When
there you go,
when does
there
it
you
ever
go.
rain in Spain? Good. It's good. When does it ever rain in Spain anyway? Like, God knows. Exactly. Like, it's always hot in Spain anyway. Remember setup. Oh, who already readied up? What? I'm impressed by the person that read. And I don't even know who readied up to begin with. So.
Me neither.
Right, no formation lap, so you have to call the start straight. Who readied up? I will find the person who readied up immediately, because I presume not many people have time to load their setups, unless it's just me being an idiot, and I don't even know, to be honest. I'm just happy we're back being able to race. Right, we've got 3 viewers now. So sad. Anyway, I'm just stuck on the waiting for players. I'm just stuck looking at a picture of the pit lane. So I don't know if the lobby's broken or not. It just is waiting for players. I hope it's not broken. Also, the hard runners are really at a disadvantage here because with no formation, they're just going to go backwards off the start.
If it is broken, then I'll just let you host it, and then yeah.
Well, no one's reported anything, so I'm just going to presume that it's not broken until these all. Oh no, starting 20. Okay, no one readied up then. All right, now someone readied up. Good. I think that's enough time to get a setup sorted. Hopefully, the drivers have followed instruction and they're all starting on the same tire that they originally started.
Yeah.
Even though you don't have to, I want them to, just because I don't want them to just change the tire choice because the lobby broke. Like that's not what I want. Anywho.
Here we go, 5 lights are up. And it's lights out and away we go. And Fairs gets a great start. But Lewis gets the power down early and takes the lead of the Grand Prix.
He does take the lead of the Grand Prix on the hard tyres. It's a very, yes, interesting. Oh, Shane looking to go around the outside of Fairs. Oh, he's got the move done. Yes, he has. What a move from Shane. To get up to P2 while Fairs is trying to fight this back.
Side by side.
Sorry for the hard everyone, that's my bad, I apologise. Jackson with the 5-second penalty red. Oh, Fairs going down the inside of Lewis. He's trying to get this lead back. Shane also loses a few positions there. Juan Hernandez up into P3 on those soft tyres. Is he going to go to move to P1? He is!
Oh,
Juan Hernandez, ladies and gentlemen. Those soft tyres are working on that car.
Up 8 positions in 6 corners.
He is. That's a crazy start from Juan Hernandez. I'm sure
That's a blinder of
I'm sure his team of last season, Preston Brennan, will be looking at that with a huge, what's the word? I'm sure he'll be very proud of his fellow teammate, of his former teammate there, with a huge smile on his face. Mimina 1 currently down in P12, so you have had a few losers. Bundy's up into P9. Jackson is in PA, all fighting. That's Alpine Skills Virus. Skills Virus going backwards. Both Alpines going backwards really off the start. But Fairs, to his credit, he's still in P2. Oh, nice Robin round at the final corner. And he's going to fall out the points. He's going to fall into last or near last even, as he's in P13 behind. Oh, that's unlucky for Robin. I don't know what happened there. I just caught him spinning at the last second. There's no drivers in the pit lane, which is good. Aston Martin, not a great start.
Down to 7th at the moment.
Here's Aston Martin in P16 and P18. Not a great start for them, but he just needs to sort of get back into this race and refocus from there. But Juan Hernandez, let's take a bow. Let's give it up for Juan Hernandez, ladies and gentlemen. On the soft tyres, that's an inspired strategy call there from Juan. That was very impressive, I must say. Both Ferraris make up position off the start, so the soft tyres clearly working a treat right now.
Well. Yeah.
Working really well now. Fairs is still in P2 though, so Fairs is in a good position. Lewis is in P3. I mean, Lewis going to P1 off the start. I don't know what happened. Well, I know what happened, but he's in P3 on the hards. That's not too bad, especially since a lot of the drivers are complaining about the hards not really having much grip until a lot later into the stint. So I think Lewis and Shane, those two, should be very happy with where they are right now. Of course, Charlie in P5 and Jackson in P6, both on softer compounds too, so far it's not bad. It's not too bad for both Lewis and Shane. I think there'll be forces to be reckoned with as the race sort of continues. There's Evan with the fast lap of the Grand Prix, and that's forever sitting on the soft tyres. It's not working for him as Robin goes up into P13 in the Red Bull.
Fairs on the medium compound is sticking with Herod right now.
He is sticking with one, and there's a yellow flag, and that's that Bunnies. It is Bunnies. He was in the points. No, Bunnies was in the points. He's not out of the points, and that's Teo fighting Dammers. Oh, a medium runner versus a hard runner. Teo on the outside. He's just got much more grip. He's got a lot more grip, and that's Treverson again. The soft tyres not working for him anymore. Looks like the soft tyres are falling off now because Jackson is nearly a second behind Charlie. In fact, he doesn't even get DRS, and Fairs all over the back of Juan. So
yeah, both of these drivers 1.2 seconds clear of third place.
And that skills for that's oh it's Shane, it's Shane round into the I don't know what happened to Shane if there was contact or whatever,
Oh,
I'm not
no.
sure. I don't know what's happening if there was contact
Oh,
or,
he does have wing damage on the
he
left
has wing
side.
damage. I don't know what happened if there was contact or he made the mistake on his own, but that's a disaster for Shane. He was in P4. He was in P4. And he's on the hard tires as well. So that's
looking down the inside on her rod and takes the position.
He does take the position. The medium runners looks like it's the medium tire looks like it's a tire to be on right now.
Yeah, it definitely has warmed up.
Shane is retired in the pits. That is unfortunate for Shane. It's very unfortunate. Just wondering, it's best to stick with Fairs for now. If he can stick with Fairs, that could help him on his quest to sort of extend. And that's Adrian in P16 that has spinning. So a few drivers being caught out so far. Back to the front, Juan Hernandez in P2. He's going to have DRS, so that's actually quite important. He's going to be sort of strung along by Fairs here. Especially with his soft tyres, it's really about to wear off. As Jackson is keeping with Charlie as well, so maybe the soft tyres aren't too bad. At the moment, both Ferraris managing it very well. Both Ferraris P2 and P5, but especially they had a great race last time out. That's Robin, as Teo has spun round as well, so Robin making up 2 positions there in the space of a corner.
Yeah.
And he's back, he's on a charge now to get back to really the front pack.
Indeed.
As Fairs, fast lap of the Grand Prix. 120.1, he's looking good right now, but Juan Hernandez has got the DRS and he's sticking with him for now.
Yeah, he's sticking with him, but he's not gaining on him.
Oh, he's gone in a bit
Juan
too
Hernandez
deep.
locked his front right up there.
He did get in a bit too deep. I saw from the camera angle, and that's not going to help him at all. And that's another yellow flag, and that is Chloe facing the wrong way. She's going to go into the pits. No, she's not. She's just going to start going again. Let's see. Whilst Pips is close to the back of Dammers, the Mercedes against an AlphaTauri. And the AlphaTauri hangs on for now. AlphaTauri. His teammate Charlie up into P4 at the moment on the medium tyres. So that's so far Charlie's actually doing quite a good job on those medium tyres. Potentially could be behind for a podium. Who knows? Who knows? We'll have to wait and see.
Indeed. What's gone dead? Excuse me, French again. Just let one. Yeah.
Just the usual swear word on occasion.
Yeah, the usual one.
As Chloe is in the gravel, so that is not a happy Aston Martin driver out there, is it?
No.
Now she's in last place. Also, the gap out front. Oh, that's one another he spun. And all that good work he did keeping on the back of Fairs has all gone to pot, and he's behind. And the other Alpine driver skills virus. So that promotes Charlie up into a podium position, and his teammate is now ahead of him. So all that good work Juan did on lap 1 is now gone out the window. If he can regroup, he might be alright. Yeah, he's got a 3.1 second gap out front as Fairs, so he can just sort of take it slow. And that is Robin spinning, and not again Robin. A lot of drivers struggling. I don't know what's going on. I don't know if it's the tire temperatures or what, but they're struggling out there. They are really struggling out there. You know, Teo spun, Chloe spun, Robin. You know, these are good drivers. So oh, Robin spun again. He's not out of the session. Honestly, I don't know what's going on. A lot of the drivers are spinning. It's kind of crazy when you think about it. But Fairs looks like he's in a league of his own at the moment. Looks very calm and composed out there as we sort of get to the end of lap 6. Yeah, all on his own. Lewis as well, just doing well. You know, keep the gap in front of him is so around that 3.5 second mark. And Charlie isn't in his DRS either. So what he's doing is good. That is Chloe round, and that is Ghost Fired Up as well. I don't think the drivers are going to be too happy with me after the end of the race for picking this track, since everybody seems to be making mistakes in it.
Well, Skills Virus right behind Jackson.
So the soft tyres may be starting to struggle. Maybe Skills Virus has got a lot of pace right now. It could be a big show of both. I don't know. But Jackson is doing an admirable job hanging on. That is Teo again. going for a spin. The man who came second place last week, and that's Ghost Fighter also spinning. I feel like I've been commentating on more spins than overtakes, to be honest. Let's go Virus. Is he going to get Jackson? Jackson's got DRS as well, although his ERS situation is a lot worse, so I expect as that's Robin struggling again. Yeah, I'm not sure the drivers are going to be happy after this, but
yeah.
Hey, who knows? Who knows?
DMs.
Why did you pick Spain? Well, this is a rubbish track for lean racing. Ah, now I know. Now I know. That's Robin again for a spin.
Tires are going to be overheated.
There's Charlie doing a good old weaving there to break the slipstream. And it looks like Jack.
Like he's going to make a move down the inside. Is he?
No, he's too far away. That's Chloe going for another spin.
And getting lapped.
That Skills Virus for a spin as well. And the Skills Virus is hard work to get back is undone. Chloe's get a 10-second time penalty. Although that doesn't matter one bit. Wow, as Pip's going around the outside of Skills Virus up into P7. And Skills Virus is going to have to work his way back up again as he's now detached from the lead pack. And that's Robin's crash at the final corner. Will we see a safety car? Looks like the answer's no. As the gap out front is now 4 seconds. So it really does look like it's going to be Fairs or maybe Lewis to win the race. I don't know.
Oh, it depends on strategy, doesn't it?
I mean, Lewis is the gap is not as big as I expected it to be. So Lewis is actually doing a fairly good job to hang in there. I mean, Lewis is a very talented driver, of course. So.
Indeed.
So I mean, it's not a surprise, but you know, especially on the hard. I mean, the medium is still probably the fastest tyre right now. Even though you look at the Ferraris and they're hanging on to Charlie, which is actually quite impressive, even though they're on the soft tyres. I would expect that right now the mediums are the best tyre. I don't know. Maybe that's
well, they're going to be at the optimal temperature now to keep going. But
I mean, I guess as long as the Ferraris can hang, as long as the Ferraris hang on the DRS, then they should be all right.
That is why was Pip's getting past Skills Virus.
Yep.
Oh, hang on a minute.
Virus came past Virus. Oh, he's going a bit too deep. Oh, you go for the switchback. He's got the medium tyres on. But Skills Virus are going to have the inside line. Will Skills Virus force him out wide? There's a good racing between the two. Oh, bit of contact. But Thomas comes out on top. As Teo has got past Ghost Fired Up because Ghost Fired Up has spun. Going back on board with Skills Virus. Looks like it's going to be an easy overtake. Yes, it is. Into the new reprofiled. I think this is turn 10. I'm not too sure.
Yeah,
reprofiled turn 10. Thomas with the switchback.
Yet again.
Thomas with the very good racecraft there. Oh,
nearly losing the rear-ended Thomas then.
I mean, this is great. This is great racing between two drivers, two very talented drivers.
In the pits.
That's a very good stint there. 8 laps on the softs. Very impressive there. Anyway, Skills Virus is got Dammers right behind him, and Dammers is maybe gonna go for the move. I don't know. High Six is on a set of hard tires, so he's gone for soft hard. It's an interesting strategy call, electing to forego the medium tire and go straight to the hards. He's gonna come out. He's come out in P11 on a set of cold hard tires. So how long it will take for those hards to get the temperature? I don't know. It'll be down to the driver. Let's see how good his tyre warm-up is. So he's weaving to get some heat in the tyres. We'll keep an eye out on him as he sort of drives through. That's terrible. Terrible English. We'll keep an eye on him as he sort of gets up to speed while we focus on this battle here. As Thomas really hang on admirably there.
Thomas is doing really well fighting Skills Virus, keeping him behind.
Yeah, he is.
A couple of great switchback moves.
There's Jackson into the pits of the one Ferrari pits on one lap, the other Ferrari follows on the next lap. That's Jake up into P4, by the way. Jake having a quietly good race.
Evan's spinning.
Oh, that is Evan spinning. That is unfortunate. That is very unfortunate. As that is skills virus making the move. Very simple move. DRS slipstream. He's up into B5, and he's going to have to show some good pace to get back to the leading group. His next target will be Jake Marsh. Where does Juan come out? He comes out ahead of Jackson, so the undercut working. And of course, Juan's going to have some more hot tyres, as Jackson's going to have to get these hard tyres up to temperature. He's going to lose even more time, so the undercut proving to be very powerful, it seems. Going from the soft to the hard. So Juan Hernandez back as the lead Ferrari. His Fair still out in front, 4.3 second gap. He's really managing this race very well. Like, he's not struggling at all. It's a very calm and composed drive. This is the Fairs that we probably saw in season 3 and season 4 sometimes. You know, when he's at his best, he is just insanely rapid, and he's very consistent as well. So maybe, you know, he had a very unfortunate round 1. He was involved in some incidents. Maybe this could be the start of a few good races for him. Who knows? Who knows?
We'll have to wait and see.
We'll have to wait and
Dammers
see.
making a move on Wales Pips.
Ooh.
But down the inside, and he gets the move done.
He does get the move done. Good move there from Dammers.
Dammers been on the harder compound tyre. Now the hards are starting to come
Oh,
into their
Justin
own.
had a penalty. That's why I completely missed that. Whoops.
Yeah.
That is unfortunate for Jackson. Because without the penalty, definitely, yeah, he's only 2.9 seconds, so Jackson would have came out ahead of Juan. So maybe the undercut isn't as powerful as I said it was a minute ago. So ignore what I just said. I didn't even realise Jackson had a penalty. That's my apologies, everyone. And thank you to Preston for pointing that out. As we're sort of in a lull right now, because everyone's just following everyone. So I don't really know what to say, really.
Everyone's pretty much spread out now.
Indeed they are, on 12 laps. Hopefully we'll get some exciting racing. Maybe like a mid-race safety car. Maybe like a safety car like lap 20 or something would be great.
Yeah.
Or maybe we need to wait for the pit stop as well to see. And that is Forever Sin. Goes fired up. Williams not having a good weekend so far. As well as Pips. Nope, choosing to stay behind Dammers. So
He lifted off just a little bit, did Wales Pips.
choosing to stay in the slipstream, maybe save the ERS as well. Because you know there's no point of risking.
Lewis is catching fares, he's taking up 3/10 already this lap.
So the hard tyres may be getting back into play somewhat. Who knows? Who knows? It's going to be about strategy now. It depends who's got the winning strategy. Be interesting to see when Fairs pits as well. Would he pit? I think the strategy said what lap? It said lap 14 to 19, I believe, as that goes fired up in the pits. Fairs staying out for another lap, so he's electing to stay ahead, using his ERS on the straight as well. 120.8 compared to Lewis is going to set a 120.4. There's a 4/10 difference. There's Charlie, first of the medium runs into the pits. He doesn't speed, good for Charlie. Gonna go on a self-hard tyre to the end. And that promotes Jake Marsh up into P3 as well. He's having a quietly good race. Not much has been said about Jake Marsh so far. So it's not a bad race, as well as Pip's also coming into the pits for his set of hard tyres, and he's gonna take those hard tyres at the end of the race, providing there's no safety car, which I don't think there will be, because we haven't had one yet, which is surprising. Charlie coming on P7 ahead of Evans, so that's good for Charlie. That's a good position to come out of. And Jackson has come out ahead of Wise. He's not too far off Jackson, but he will lose time since those tyres are going to be very cold as well.
Yeah, it'll take about half a lap for the tyres.
But Charlie currently well ahead. I mean, both the Ferraris were right behind Charlie, weren't they?
Yeah.
But Charlie's got well ahead of both the Ferraris, so Charlie making good work of that medium, of the medium running. But again, he's going to have cold tyres also. Maybe it just takes time for the hards to warm up. So maybe you might... Yep, you can see Charlie weaving on the straight here. So maybe you might see the Ferraris catch up to him since they're going to have warmer tyres. I don't know. So the hard tyre warmer doesn't seem that great, so...
Well, by the looks of it, Lewis is going to be pitting very, very soon. His pit light is... pit mechanic light is on.
Yeah, that's
so
Teo.
Fairs.
That's Teo battling Thomas for what is P11. Thomas has just come out of the pits, so... Yeah, Thomas really struggling there on those hards. As Evan is up into the pits, the Aston Martin driver. Torpedo race winner, of course, got his win in France last time out. He's in the pits. Not had a great race so far, neither has his teammate Chloe, who's retired, unfortunately. So Aston Martin don't know that they're going to score any points unless something ahead of him happens. Anyway, he did the pits, so... Theodore's sticking behind Thomas. Theodore also has to pit though, so... This isn't really about a full position as Ever comes out all on his own in P12, having quite a lonely race, as those hard tyres are going to struggle to get up to temperature. So, lap 16, Fair's still staying out, so those mediums are quite a good racing tyre as Adrian really just misses turn one completely. And that's a yellow flag and set the free, that's Trevor Sinu, who's for some reason done 13 laps on the softs. Don't know what he's thinking, but that's a very interesting strategy call right there. It has to be said. I don't know, I mean he's already lapped, so his race is done. As again, Fairs still. He's got the pit. He's got that pit lane light thing. So he might come into the end of this lap as that's a yellow flag in sector 1. That just goes fired up. That's like the 10th spin that Williams drivers have had combined.
Yeah, something like that.
It's not great, is it?
Yeah, it is what it is.
Yep, the gap out front still 4 seconds. So Fairs doing a good job in managing that gap. When would he come in? Because you know we're this is we're at the halfway point of the race now, so
he's gonna have to come in soon.
And he stays up for another lap. Is he trying to limit that hard tyre run? I don't know. Maybe he feels happy with the mediums he's got.
Jake Marsh staying out as well.
Yeah, they're all in the hards. We've only got 3 medium runners at the moment right now, so...
Yellow flag.
That is Freversin! Williams spinning once again. Horrible race for them. Horrible race for many teams, even. We'll go on board with Jay. We'll give him some screen time as nothing else is happening. There's another yellow flag. It's another Williams. As Teo enters the pits for hard tyres, he's not going to score any points unless a miracle happens. Goes fired up, 3-second time penalty, and he's probably spun again. I think he has. So go on board with Jake, and that is that the Williams? Is that the other Williams? It is the other Williams. That's impressive.
It's just doing synchronised spins.
Literally, I don't even know what's going on.
Oh, Fairs is in.
Fairs is in finally.
Lewis stays out
and assumes the lead of the Grand Prix. So Fairs
what tyre is Fairs going on?
On lap, he's going to go on the hard, obviously.
Yeah. As he pits now. And he is going on
that's
the
Jake Marsh spun. I've just cursed him. Sorry, everyone, and that promotes Yassine up into P2 now. Oh, for goodness sake, I've cursed him. Oh, will Fairs get ahead of Yassine? That's the real question. It doesn't look like he will. Will Yassine play the team game?
Pits up there for Fairs.
Oh, Yassine doesn't play the
right
team game. He does go right around the outside. And Jake, of course, Jake is going to have the warmer tyre, because Fairs has got cold tyres, so Jake can just go clean around his outside, it looks like. Yellow flag, another Williams, take no notice of that. Yep, Fairs is now out in P4. So if he had a few more seconds in hand, it would have been perfect, and that's Trevorson with the 3-second time penalty. So So that is Fares coming out in P4.
Question is Lewis going to capitalise and pit?
Well, he set a purple sector 2 apparently. Goes fired in the pit lane. In the pit lane, so no safety car.
Lewis has set the fastest sector 2.
He did hit the fastest sector 2, so Lewis really pushing now.
Indeed. Is Lewis pitting though? And
he stays out. He stays out. He's got grip in the tyres still, so
yeah, he's going long.
He's going very long, and he's just a personal best. That's a purple final sector 2. So Lewis driving very, very well so far. Especially since he knows, you know, Fares gonna get Fares have got those hard tyres on, which are gonna take a bit of a while to heat up. It seems. Look, he's already a second away from Jake. Jake is on much older tyres, so yeah, that warm up is a bit of a struggle, has to be said. Also, both Ferraris, that soft tyre strategy doesn't look like it's worked in their favour. They're just sort of middling in obscurity in P8 and P9. Of course, there's a few drivers ahead of them. A lot of drivers ahead of them have to pit, but you know, it's not the great. They're not really anywhere near Fares. They're not anywhere near Lewis. You know, they're not even near Charlie. He's fallen off the back of Charlie even. I don't know what. I don't know.
Weird thing is, look at Lewis's fuel light.
It's red, yeah. I don't know. I'm sure he's got enough fuel, but I'm sure he's got enough fuel. So, staying up for another lap. Do you think Lewis can maybe go onto the set of softs for a few laps?
I think that's what he's going to be doing. Yeah.
Maybe because he's still lapping very consistently. As by the way, Fares in DRS of Jake, so this should be a simple enough overtake fairly soon. How much ERS would he burn on this straight? Looks like he's going to burn all of it. Jake doesn't have any, really. But yeah, Fares 119.869. It looks like it's going to be a very simple move. Yeah, P3 for Fares.
Put it this way: if Lewis wants to win this race, he's going to have to pit 6 laps towards the end. Because the soft tyres fall off after 6 laps.
Yeah, probably, yeah. Just Fares, yeah, he's going to set purple sector 1, yeah he does, and that's Haas of Adrian. He's in P13, he's not going to score any points, but Fares looking very strong out there at the moment, even though Lewis is showing great pace still. Yeah, Lewis is actually still improving, so maybe.
He's improving marginally every lap, so.
Which is kind of what you want to hear, so maybe he's finding time as the stint goes on. I don't know when he's going to pit. Only he knows that. Maybe if he has a race engineer, knows that. He's pitting now. Going to go on a set of medium tyres.
Oh, he's pitting.
Yep. Going to go on a set of medium tyres. He's going to be in the faster race tyre, and the mediums did hold up quite well in the hands of Fares. So
It's going to have to be a very quick pit stop.
Indeed. Medium tyres go on. Yeah, here's a quick pit stop. Fares with another fast lap of the Grand Prix. Oh, Yassine let his teammate go. Oh, Yassine's also got DRS, so it looks like he's not letting him go. That's interesting. And Lewis comes out in between the gap of Jake and Dammers. So what can Lewis do on those medium tyres? A bit of a snap there. I saw that on the off-board shot.
Yeah.
Bit of a snap there. Don't throw it away, Lewis. You can still win this race. The skills virus does let his teammate through. Good teamwork there from the Alpines. So what can Lewis do on this really faster tyre to the end? You can just go full push to the end, really. There's a Haas in the way, which is not ideal. But so Lewis will be on fire for over these last 12 laps. So it's going to be hopefully it'll be an exciting finish, because I mean we haven't really had an exciting race yet. So I can only dream. Gap is around what 4 or 5 seconds between Lewis and Fares. So that gap I expect that gap to come down, especially since the mediums will be better. With low fuel too, that will be one to look out for, because obviously Fares had the mediums on heavy fuel, so this will definitely be something to look out for. over the sort of the end of the race. But right now, Lewis still in P4. Jake and Yassine hanging on in there. Maybe one of them might be tempted to go for a set of soft tyres in the end. I don't know.
As Bonnie's round yet again.
Bonnie's is round yet again. The spin counter's on like 100 now. It seems like for everyone. I don't know. Semi-driver spinning. Spain clearly not a happy hunting ground for anyone.
No. It's still 14 drivers left.
It is still 14 drivers left. Yep.
Yellow flag.
There's Bonnie's again. So yeah, we've got 4 drivers who started on the hards that are still out. You know, that's Brendan, Dammers, Jake and Yassine. Lewis, you can see definitely close. Yeah, Lewis is up on his team. 7/10 of a second improvement on his personal best. Yeah, that is, he's finding the speed. Will he be able to maintain the speed from now to the end? I think he will, and it's going to hopefully set up an exciting grandstand finish. Yeah, the gripper just looks so, he looks just so confident there on those tyres, and the gap is coming down, and that is forever in. Lewis, fast lap of the Grand Prix, 119.3. Those mediums are working on that Alfa Romeo. And the Scotsman can maybe smell his first victory. There's Mime Le1 has entered the pits, and he's going to go on a set of medium tyres. Yeah, he's going to go on a set of medium tyres. Good stint there from Mime Le1. Where's he going to come out? He's going to come out behind Jackson, so that's a good stint for Brendan there. Now, granted, I don't know where he was before the first round of pit stops, but he's going to come out on the points. He's going to come out ahead of. If he doesn't stay ahead of his team, he's going to come out awfully close behind him. He does come out of his teammates, so Mime Le1 making that hard stint work very, very well. Going to struggle with tyre warmer, but having the faster tyre on means he'll probably get past his team. And I expect Thomas to get past him now. And yeah, he will. Thomas can take a much tighter line. There's warm tyres working much better on the Mercedes of Thomas, but I expect Mime Le1 to get past his teammate once again when those mediums are back up to temperature. Anyway, back to Lewis. He's on fire right now. He is on fire, but he needs to dispatch of Jake and Yassine very, very quickly if he wants to catch up to Fares, because he cannot afford. As Jake willingly been surprised for Jake pits, so he doesn't decide to fight Lewis.
But the RS.
Lewis gets the RS, which is going to help him. He's got the RS, and he's going to get a clean run down the straight too. He can see Fair's a team ahead of him, so I'm expecting Yassine to sort of be a number 2 here and defend very well. As Jake is going to go on a set of soft tyres. Interesting call. Dammers also into the pits. Well, Dammers going on a set of soft tyres too in the Alpha Tauri. Yes, he does. He does. Interesting. That promotes Juan Hernandez back up into P5, but Jake coming out in P6 on the soft tyres, so Jake has a chance to get back past Juan, the current championship leader. So if Jake didn't have that spin, he would have come out ahead of him. So I think Jake might be kicking himself that that spin earlier is going to cost him. This Lewis is all over the back of Yassine. Is Lewis going to go for it now?
And he does.
Yassine can't really afford to fight. Oh, but Yassine's going to take a tighter line, but Lewis has just got the grip. And his teammate not... Yassine not really doing much affairs there. Lewis has just got a clean move down the inside. Just the grip, maybe just the grip levels are just wildly different. Forever since spinning again, that's like there's a 10 million spin. Does Yassine go into the pits now? Yes, he does. And Lewis, another fast lap of the Grand Prix to 119.0. He's catching Fares, he is. He's catching Fares with 8 laps to go.
With rapid pace.
Rapid pace, and those mediums will definitely hang on. Lewis is it looks like Lewis has got the advantage now. Starting on the hards probably was the right call, it looks like. That is Charlie, by the way. He's in P3 all in his own. Charlie with a really very good drive.
Oh, Lewis getting on the grass.
Oh, he's on the grass, but he's still
ran really wide out of turn 4.
And Jake Marsh is up into P4. He's ahead of Juan and he's ahead of Yassine. Jake Marsh on those soft tyres, and Yassine's also ahead of Juan. But Juan is going to try and fight this. Oh, they do fight this. It looks very clean between the two of them. Yassine runs out wide. Those cold tyres need to warm up first and foremost. Jake Marsh is up into P4. It's good stuff there from Jake. And what he needs to do now is just drive away as much as he possibly can before the soft tyres drop off. Anyway, Lewis has gone a bit too deep at that corner. They're missing the apex. I hope I haven't commentator cursed him. Because yeah, Lewis does lose time there, so Fair's with a bit of breathing room. Because yeah, the gap between Juan and Jake is already 2 seconds, so Juan Hernandez is going to struggle to keep Yassine at bay here. Oh, I mean, Yassine's got so much more grip, he can take so much more speed through the corner there. And it looks like Yassine as Juan is going to try and cover up Jake with the fast lap of the Grand Prix into the 1:18s. Juan Hernandez is going to try and fight this, but yeah, Yassine just has much more grip. And Yassine is up into P5. So P4's in the cards here. Can Jake catch Charlie?
Catch Fairs, you know.
Yeah, I mean, it's not really...
He's lost 2 tenths already.
Yeah.
I think this is going to be the order now.
It's very disappointing. I thought Lewis would have had the... because I mean, the mediums don't fall off. I thought Lewis would have had the pace, because it looks so promising at first, but I don't know.
I mean, he did have the pace to start off with, but because of obviously Lewis has pushed way too hard, too quick.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know.
They've fallen off a bit, but
yeah, maybe.
I don't know. He's probably just backed off just a little bit, just to conserve the tyres a bit. I don't know.
We may as well push it because I mean Charlie's not going to catch him, So I would have thought maybe
like
try and
10.5 seconds behind.
Yeah. I don't know.
No.
Yeah, then I just find it a bit sad. I thought Lewis really was going to challenge him. It scores Virus at 118.2. He says the fast lap of the Grand Prix. So that's going to be 11 points at the moment for Yassine instead of the usual 10 you get for 5th place, unless someone else can get that fast lap. Because Movement 1 is back ahead of his Mercedes team, and Mercedes is looking like they're going to get a 9-10 right now.
Yeah. What, 3 points? Still points at the end of the day.
Indeed. As you've seen, really pushing that car. He's closing up to Jake, and he's got the fast lap of the Grand Prix too, so that can be a good... That can be an interesting battle as well. I'm not going to rule that out yet. As you've seen, really is pushing. Both really have minimal ERS left. And you've seen does get DRS here, so that's important. As you've seen, there's a 1 lap advantage of tyre wear, but that's not a lot, really, especially on the soft tyres. That's the yellow flag Scott again. Because yep, you've seen is in the 1 second window. Not got much ERS though, so it'll be very interesting to see how this one plays out.
Yeah, it would.
Yep, Jake moving to the inside to try and break the slipstream. Yep, the DRS definitely helping Yassine. You can see him closing in, not nearly enough for him to make a move, but if he just keeps within the DRS, that's going to help him a huge amount. Sorry.
That's alright.
I'm having to clear my throat. I really should drink water when I commentate, but I don't. So by the end, my voice is just dying. Literally. But yeah, Scozzara he looks like he's the faster of the 2 soft runners right now. They really have left the 2 Ferraris behind, haven't they?
But Lewis is gaining. He's taken out 4 tenths so far.
That's not going to be enough though. Indeed it is.
Rund again.
Indeed he is. Onto the main straight we go. Jake using his ERS to try and stay ahead of Yassine. It looks like it might work. You see Yassine definitely closing in. He's closing in. He's closing in. He's not going to be... He's not near enough for the move. He gets very close though. He gets very, very close for the move. But Jake stays ahead for now.
So we're on lap 29 of 33. Fairs and Lewis first and second. Still just under 4 seconds behind one another.
Indeed, indeed they are, and that is Teo spinning the Alfa Romeo. I can see that. Unfortunately, can you imagine if a safety car came out now? By the way, that would be carnage. All you're seeing goes in a bit deep there. Maybe overdriving the car somewhat, but he's still within that 1 second, so that's important. If that was your scene, I'd save some ERS. Try and save some ERS. If you're in the DRS, try and save some ERS, and you know.
Yeah.
As you've seen, is really
now to 4.3 seconds.
And you've seen videos all over the back of Jake. This looks like it might be an easier move on this lap. I'm not sure. The DRS is switching, then the ERS to Jake moving to the inside to try and cover him off. Will it be enough? I don't know. Does you see? I mean, he's got no ERS. I don't. Is he gonna think about a move around the outside? It's very much possible. He's side by side, and yeah, he just breaks so much more later, and he makes the corner too. Jake will be very wisely thinking that, yeah, you can't keep him behind. So Yassine up into P4. Good recovery there from Yassine. Won't be enough for him to get podium unless Charlie makes a rare error.
I mean, skills virus is what, 7.3?
Yeah, but the soft tyres are going to drop off soon, I think.
Yeah.
Because by the way, Dammers is closing up to the back of Jackson as well. What did he do?
Well, I don't know.
Maybe he might catch him, maybe. There's a gap out in front of us. He's growing now, so... Looks like starting on the hard, on the medium, sorry, was the right strategy call. As Fairs is really kind of... He's controlled this, he's controlling this race very well.
Wait a minute. Has Lewis got a problem? Because Lewis has dropped massively.
He has dropped massively, that's... Maybe that could be related to the fuel button, you know, the fuel line. Maybe he could be saving fuel, I don't know. Like you mentioned,
but... a second on half a lap.
But on the steering wheel, he's got enough fuel just about, so I don't know what's happened. I don't know, the tyres really have dropped off that much. I'm not sure.
Possibly.
Is Jake still hanging on to the back of your scene though, so this battle is not done yet, as there's a spinning hash there. This battle is not over yet, as Dammers is falling away from Jackson, so it looks like Dammers won't be able to get higher than PA, and Mimi One is closing into him, so that could be another battle too, as Jake is hanging on in there. He's still in DRS, so maybe this battle is not done yet like I thought it was. Around turn 3, that's not turn 3, ignore me. As yeah, Jake is in the DRS, and that is in the car going completely off track. Forever Sin. Not a surprise there. And you've seen it's still in P3 at the moment. Both Mercedes, by the way, P9 and P10. They're really just following each other at the moment.
Yeah.
As Mimi One is closing onto the back of Dammers with a lap and a bit to go. So that could also be interesting. He is putting ours with him. Good Mercedes teamwork there. Because they're both closing up to Dammers, whose soft tyres are probably going to be dropping off right about now. And Mimi One's got some nice healthy mediums. And he's going to be in the DRS too, so... Looks like we've got a battle for PA, it seems. And Thomas does have a lot of ERS to burn compared to, you know, the two guys ahead of him. You know, Dammers only got around 30%, so... ERS-wise, Thomas has got the advantage. Tyre-wise, I'd probably say Mimi One's got the advantage. So, and obviously Dammers' track position. So, that's the pass. At least they can spin together. As fair as I come around the final couple of corners of the final lap, and I can't lie, it's just been a very controlled drive, hasn't it? There's no issues, just... You know, he got overtaken at the start by Juan, but then when he retook the lead, he's just been down to business. You know, no pressure, no unnecessary errors, no lockouts, just calm. It's a complete drive, really, from a complete driver. You know, some will say they should be a champion. You know, others will say that he's been very unlucky. And this is the drive. This is a champion's drive, even though we're only in round 2. So it has to be said, this has been a very Very composed race from Fairs, and it's a very impressive one. And I'd say he does deserve this one. He does deserve this race. As Jake, can you see it? Oh, there's contact between the two of them. And we just missed that completely. I was just bang on about Fairs. And they've come together. And that's going to promote Juan Hernandez up into P5. I would love to know what happened there. Is Mimi Lawrence going to go for a move on Dammers? He just can't get the move done. Dammers placing his car in the middle of the track there. Expertly defending. I can't believe I missed that. It's going to be some words in the chat after that as Juan Hernandez gets the easiest position he's ever going to get, really. And Jake is in P4, so that's going to be... There's going to be a shows inquiry, isn't there? But anyway, back to the front. Fairs is going to come around the final corner, and it's going to be just a dominant drive, and he wins in Spain. And Lewis has run out of fuel, but it doesn't matter. He's going to get P2. As Teo gets a 3-second time pad in. Charlie, a very composed drive. He's going to finish on the podium. That's a great drive from Charlie there. I have to say, it's a very impressive drive. Jake.
This battle for 8th place, though.
It is a battle for 8th place. Jake's going to come round for P4. Although a collision between him and Yassine is going to be very much investigated. Juan Hernandez in P5. Yassine in P6. Jackson is going to come around in P7. Dammers is just about going to hold on for P8.
Oh, it's going to be a fight towards the line between Wyrus Pitch and his teammate.
And Mimi One gets it.
Oh, Mimi One just gets it.
Yep, and Dammers hang on very well there. 10 apple medium, 10 apple softs. And Evan's going to finish Shaloni P11. The last driver on the lead lap, I think. And Bunny's the last driver to cross the line. But yeah, this is just a great drive from Fairs, really.
Well,
and championship charge back on, perhaps.
Maybe. I mean, it's only the second race, isn't it? So.
Yeah, it is in the second race. Yeah, and we have 12 more races to go plus 2 sprint races. So you know, anything can happen. But yeah, I mean that was just that was a very composed drive, really.
Yeah. Charlie getting his first podium
of the season, yeah.
For a long time.
For a while, yeah. I think. Let me check. His last podium would have been. Ooh.
I think season 3.
Well, it would have been no. It would have been season 6. He got a podium last season. It's for sure.
Oh right.
In season 6. So when is Charlie's last podium? I can check the data. Hold on. Charlie Goodrick. His last podium would have been in Canada, 3rd place last season. So.
Yeah, good drive from Charlie. Good drive.
Yeah, very good drive. You know, that's his 5th 3rd place finish in League F1. So I should be happy with that. But Fairs rather dominant. Fairs, yeah, he deserves the race win, and Lewis as well driving excellently too. You should give up for Lewis. You know,
all 3 of them.
Yeah, of course. But all 3 of them did a very good job. You know, they were well clear of everyone else, and they deserve their podium finishes. So Fairs in P1. After qualifying on pole as well, so he actually converts pole to P1, and Lewis converts P2 to P2. And Charlie starting in 12th place gets on the podium, so that's a very good drive from Charlie. Jake in P4, Juan Hernandez in P5, Gilles Varus in P6. He got the fast lap as well, so that's an extra point. Jackson P7, Dammers P8, and the 2 Mercedes, Brennan and Thomas P9 and 10. Evan P11, Teo a lap down P12, and Adrian 2 laps down P13, and then the DNF Scott, Adam, Chloe, Robin, and Shane. A bit of a interesting race. It was interesting in the start. I think towards the end it wasn't particularly.
Yeah.
It wasn't chaotic, which is.
It was a good race.
It was a good race.
Boring at times, but good race.
So yeah, Lewis had to save some fuel. Okay.
Yeah.
That's why he wasn't able to get P1. That's why he wasn't able to fight for P1.
Yeah, it is what it is, right? Well, that's it for another week.
Yeah, so
What's next week?
Next week is obviously I know the calendar off by heart. Next week is the first half of the US doubleheader, right? The Circuit of the Americas for the US Grand Prix.
Okay.
And then after racing in the second Americas, we're going to Miami. So we have an American doubleheader. So hopefully you can join us then.
Yeah.
Or hopefully an exciting, hopefully a bit more exciting than this one, but still, hopefully you can join us then. I enjoyed commentating, and thank you to everyone who tuned in to watch that.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, be sure to check out our Instagram page for more.
At Torpedo League.
For more news about race results, standings, driver interviews, and stuff like that. So yeah, check us out on Instagram, and we will see you next week for the US Grand Prix. Goodbye, everybody.
Take care now. Bye bye then.